Welcome back to the third map right now. Like, I believe that we're playing Haven, and we're also going to be defending for the third map again.
Yep, that's exactly going to be the case. As SNHU, after a very dominating performance in game number 2 on Bind, I think that was what, 13 to 5, like that
Yeah.
was straight up not even close. Unfortunately, there for the side of St. Clair, just they bled too much on the defensive side of things, and we're kind of seeing. Game 1 wasn't as bad, but especially on game number 2, just the defensive side of St. Clair seems very hit or miss. Game 1 was fine, but then game 2 just was not quite there, as it does look like we're getting ready to hop into game 3 in just a couple of moments here. But with Haven, we'll have to see how it goes this time by, as this isn't going to do defenders any favors at all either, with 3 sites on the board.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it was kind of my prediction. Game 3, overtime is what we're going to see. Overtime for the first time this whole series.
Just everybody's going to win specifically on the attacking side, and no one's going to win on defense.
Yeah, it's going to be 38-38 again.
And we're going to see, once again, some different picks coming across the board this time, but a little bit more standard for the side of St. Clair. JRC back on the Jet. Blossom on the Astra. We do have Vcan pick up the Sentinel, picking up the Cypher this time by, which for these triple defensive locations, fair enough. Lupo, right at home there with the Reyna. And Casper no longer going to be picking up the Yoru, going to be picking up the Sova this time by. I nearly just stroked myself out there for a second. But anyway, on the side of SNHU, we do also have Pupfall on the Jet. Agren, who just absolutely went nuts in that last game, going to be on the Reyna once again. Trolling Frenchie on the Sova. Coffee, no Viper this time, picking up the Astro once again. And Jade has returned, this time to play Cypher.
I want to see how he plays this, even though he's now dropped to half HP. And it looks like the SEC are just full rushing this. They're like, we're not gonna, we're not gonna worry too much.
Yeah, it's going to be Casper who does find the first elimination with that Frenzy, but it's going to be Trolling Frenchie to get the refrag really quickly here. The Saints are not quite in position. However, Lupo does find the one flank, going to use the ability as well just to hop right on in there. Vcan going to light them up as well as Lupo. And the Saints on the retake actually looks fantastic to start that one off.
Usually defending side on Haven, it's pretty tough since you have 3 sites. So I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, normally if there's any map that I feel like, okay, attackers, you just have a field day here, it would be like Bind and Haven. But especially with the 3 sites there for Haven, making things a little bit difficult. But that being said, with there being so many pathways, maybe it makes retaking not terrible as well. So we'll have to see as this goes, as it's going to be Saints, for the first time all series, going to find the first initial lead off of those pistol rounds.
I thought they're also going to be rushing Garage, maybe mid, going to C.
Yeah, but Vcan is right there to answer. However, Coffee goes down quick. Vcan with another, with a triple maybe. Beautiful. Lupo's going to find another one, finds the 4th one on the board, which means it's going to be all up to Pup. And good luck with that one. Wrap him up and delivered out of here. That's going to be 2 rounds nice and fast. Decisive rounds here for St. Clair on the defense.
Do you think it has something to do with the skins?
Well, we all know skins get wins.
Oh yeah, I mean,
This is why I'm bronze, because I don't buy skins.
But that's not fair. I buy so many skins and I'm still in bronze.
Yeah, I have an excuse, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. So now, with that though, yes, like Saints managed to get themselves 2 rounds in a row, but with those 2 rounds, especially that last eco round, like SNHU didn't really buy anything, to be fair. So, like popping off here over the Saints, getting themselves like only the 1 player going down. But to be fair, SNHU bought nothing. So, at the end of the day, SNHU ready to come here and fire on all cylinders. Agren going to start right off the bat. Lupo's going to get the jump here onto Agren, but he is going to get refragged instantly. Welcome back, Jade. Get yourself back on the board, why don't you? Takes care of Lupo. JRC is just in a world of smokes here. When do they pop up? Right in front of the diffuser by Jade. Beautifully done. Just stops right in his tracks. Gets the headshot on the JRC. So it's Blossom versus 4. The buying rounds here for the side of SNHU looking fantastic. And Pupfall with the finishing blow. Beautifully done.
That was beautifully executed. And it's always good to having like a good match. Like, okay, you win one, I win one. You win one, I win one. And eventually we get to 38-38. But anyways,
Exactly.
how about that?
Yes, 38-38 indeed. Forever baited in the side of, or baited by Nace, but nonetheless, this isn't Nace. This, of course, is NECC regular season, but halfway through the season, of course. And to be honest, like, looking with how close this match has been, would have definitely not guessed this to be the case with how this game lined up on paper. I know he's saying something as close on paper is basically a meme at this point, but this match didn't look like it was supposed to be close. As the 2-4 SNHU versus the 4-2 St. Clair, but at the same time, SNHU really like putting the pressure on right now and started off fantastic, taking care of JRC in that first one, but Casper right at home here with the Sova. Gonna take care of Agren and tie us up 4-4.
Yeah, Casper's always been strong. Like, Silva has been his strong suit. So this map is good for Silva's too.
You got so much room to actually like scout things out. Those arrows are just so good here. Beacon looking for one, does get the jump, but Puffball's going to answer, but Lupo at least is going to be right there for a refrag and the over here as well. We have Casper with the shot on the drawing French. He takes care of them as well. 2 on 3 in the favor of St. Clair. That diffuser, not the diffuser, that spike is not down just yet. Jade ties this up as well. All up to Lupo and Blossom. Where's Blossom? They're basically together here. And that's going to be the ultimate coming out here from the Cypher. That's going to be Jade, so they know exactly where they're coming from. They are going to run for the hills, get this thing planted as far away from the Saints as possible, and make this extremely difficult. But at the same time, though, the Astra on the side of SNHU, very far away from the site, can't really help out right now. So it's all up to Jade to stop this defuse from happening. Lupo versus Jade. Jade's going to end up going down. It's all up to the one player, all up to number 7 there, all up to Coffee to try and get the job done. Defuse coming out here from Lupo. Can they stick it in time? It's going to be the one. They do end up stopping it, but he's already low. Lupo is going to take care of Coffee with enough time to get the defuse, and Saints are going to get another one on the board.
They're both on 11 HP. Holy.
Yeah, one more bullet would have definitely sealed the deal on either of them. A very, very close attempt, valiant attempt there for Coffee, but if only Coffee was in a little bit of a closer position that Jade and Coffee could have taken that 2-on-2 properly, that round would have been completely different. But unfortunately there, Jade was so close to the site, but my Coffee was literally almost at the C site at that point there, so that was a long run to get back, and this did not quite work out in their favor that time by, but it was a valiant effort.
I thought they're also going to be going B right now.
Scanning ahead.
Oh, maybe? Yeah.
Predicting right down the middle. Okay, Coffee. Little headshot to start things off.
This Casper does his usual play on Haven and just pushes long on A.
And he's definitely getting peppered down, though, and Coffee is going to get the jump. That's going to be kill number 2 here of this round. Now, with multiple members going down on the A side of things, that is going to be the go button here for SNHU to start making their move. It's going to be Lupo who gets one, but instantly gets refragged out. This is the perfect time here for Jade to make the plant. And now they can really set up shop to just get ready for this retake attempt. It's going to be Blossom and Beacon, I believe, to try and make the save here on this round. Blossom up to the sky is going to try and keep fixed up, whether it be smokes or damage, whatever they happen to try to do. Beacon's made his presence known, but the dismiss coming out there from Agren going to make things messy. Blossom definitely had a tough time there, and Pupfall going to take care of that final one to give SNHU round number 2.
Holy, that was a hell of a round. It got us both gases put on the edge of our seats, just waiting for something to happen.
Absolutely, and that's going to bring this almost to a tie scenario. We do have a couple ultimates on deck, of course. Lupo ready to pop off at any moment. And Vcan, if he does manage to find one body, can very well pop Biz ultimate as well and expose the positions of everybody on the side of SNHU. Meanwhile, knives available, and we do have, of course, the Reyna on the side of SNHU ready to pop off as well. It could be any moment before we see a bloodbath. Lupo kinda alone here on this C site is going to be going down nice and quick. This is the first time that Agren and the rest of the SNH2 squad have actually attacked this C site. So very different coming out here. Casper, nice little shot there with the frenzy, but there's going to be a trade back and forth. Refrags all over the place. Casper going to find himself a double. JRC not going to beat Agren. Not with the pistol anyway. Casper really trying to make this frenzy work for him. But it's going to be all for the attackers. SNHU going to clean things up and even get a little bit of extra bonus money for getting that plant on that spike. Everything going in the favor of SNHU so far, at least on that round.
That was an interesting round. Like even the start of the round, Lupo got a headshot on I believe their jet, which is Pup Fall. But they're like, okay, you know what? One headshot is not gonna take us away. We're gonna rush this. What are they gonna do?
Hey, just hold W, like you're a tank or something. Like, just charge on through. They can't hit us all the time, right? That being said, though, like, normally you can like tank maybe a couple bullets, but one thing you cannot do that with is an enemy operator, which is exactly what's in the hands here of SNHU. There are some long angles here, but the Hunter's Fury coming out here from Casper, actually taking 2 out right away. Absolutely disgusting stuff coming out of Casper. Did not expect that in the slightest. That's one way to turn around nice and quickly. It's going to force SNHU to really think twice about which side they want to push.
Looks like that they're also holding back. Which, from experience and from what we have seen so far, holding back is not really the way.
And not very many people are patient enough to play that style. And we see Trolling Frenzy trying to get a shot there onto JRC, but it's not going to be the case. Does end up falling. So now Lupo getting ready to lead the charge here as we do see 2 members on the side of SNHU. Just on the other side, whether they try to attack or whether they try to save is another thing. Jade going to open fire here onto Lupo and does manage to successfully take him down. And I mean, if the Saints trickle in, that could very well be an opening here for SNHU.
The 4v2 to
30 seconds left.
I wonder what's going on through their minds right now.
And looking at them running for the hills, it looks like save is going to be the option that they're going to opt for. Maybe just tuck in, unless they're going to try and make a push towards C. I'd be very surprised, considering they're going to not only run into 1, but they're going to run into 2. VCAN is right there as well. They are actually going for it. VCAN spots the butt of the rifle, and that is going to just make things perfect. And Blossom finishes the job there. The last-ditch effort there from SNHU does fall short, and Saints are going to take the lead once again.
Looks like that everyone now has their ults.
Pretty close, yeah.
But hopefully, they do not waste them all in one round. I mean, their Sova's 1 away. Our Sova's 7 away.
Yeah, I mean, like, some of the players on the side of the Saints have a little bit of Overwatch experience, if I do recall correctly.
Get out of my way.
As I believe it was Blossom, of course, was one of the members in question here. But of course, this isn't Overwatch, but we still have to do some ult economy here this time by. And starting things off, it is going to be the Jet on the side of SNHU, who did pop knives, getting ready to make a dash on in. JRC is a little bit exposed, but he is going to get out of dodge with just a little bit of damage. Up fall right there, ready and waiting. Just a matter of the go from the initiator, and with Coffee leading the charge, that was their chance to go, but JRC going to say no. Takes care of 2, but is going to end up getting refragged. And Ogren and Trolling Frenzy are going to help the side of SNHU get themselves onto the point. This should be, in theory, going down in any moment. They do also end up using the ultimate on the side of Jade. Expose the positions of the Saints players. So there is going to be absolutely no way that they could find a sneak attack here on this SNHU squad. Going to be all up to Blossom, who already ulted as well. This is a tough spot to be in.
I want to see what he does. I want to see that. I want to see him win this, because he usually don't. He gets 2 kills on Jade and Frenchie right now.
Okay, but his position has been exposed at this point, but if there's any chance that's exactly the opening you kind of need, is he just going to straight up stick it? Not a chance. Agren going to pull it off and just take care of Blossom. Honestly, valiant effort, but unfortunately, there's just too far gone in that defuse to the point where he had to either stick it or you lose anyway. So, valiant effort, but not quite good to do it.
Need a drop.
I believe that he was just trying to get it up to half, just so that he secures that chance of still getting it, instead of having to reset the whole thing again, and maybe losing again on 0.17 seconds.
The cursed number indeed, but nonetheless, Agren plays that absolutely correctly. Already in the double digit. Oh my God, stroking out here. The double digits here in this third game, picking up right where he left off in game number 2. Had a straight up awful game number 1, but just looking fantastic nowadays. So things definitely have to be careful about him as this round goes forward. Upfall moving forward. Blossom here on the C site. It did look like SNHU were thinking about going towards that C site for at least a little bit, but now they kind of pull back and recalculate.
We usually don't really see this. Like, now it's 4-4. Usually it's like 1-6 and then
That's how it's been as of late. Yeah, absolutely.
Casper tags, I believe was Reyna.
You want to find it?
He may have gotten a little tag, but also gets tagged up a tiny bit from himself. Just a tiny bit of damage really taken off. Barely piercing the armor in this situation. JRC, knives ready, waiting to make the play. Casper finds one though. Agrin taken off the board. Nice little shock dart as well. Gonna put a good amount of damage there on to Frenchie. Now Lupo versus the world here as well. It seems VCAN gonna go one-on-one here. VCAN does end up going down as well. It's going to be Casper finding one, finds himself his third of this round. Find another, the fourth sneaky little play from Casper. With that assault rifle, gonna get the job done and get the Saints right back into the lead.
Oh, that was an amazing. That's the Casper that I'm used to see.
Absolutely.
Like, even though like he is still going 12-6, but that's like actually very good.
Oh, for sure.
Like especially playing probably against another like Immortals and Radiants.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely beautifully done in that regard. I was really surprised at that last elimination he got. He was actually able to sneak behind the player on the side of SNHU. You don't see that too often, so nicely done in that regard.
Look that SNHU are going to be saving this round. Yeah, that looks for them.
Well, JC looks for that snipe there at the op, but not quite going to find it. Lupo is going to get the jump there on the puffball, who tried to dash on in, but of course was not looking both ways this time. By Coffee versus the world did not quite work in his favor that time, but at least there was a bit of a replay. Casper finds two before going down. Jade going to find one. VCAN knows the position. Nice little smoke though coming out here from Jade to be able to get himself out of that dangerous position. The awkward 2-on-2, the mirror match, but at the same time, just two of the members, both of the Cyphers low, one-on-one. It's the Cypher versus the Astra, but unfortunately here, Jade is already so low. Right through, did not make contact, but damn, that was close. Jade needs to somehow find the jump. He got through, but he is going to end up going down there. Solid job there from Blossom to secure this one, and plenty of time to get the defuse as well. That is going to put Saints up by 2 for the first time in what feels like a long time.
Oh, I think that he's seen his gun at the last possible second. It was like,
Like when the smoke dropped?
Yeah, I was like, no, because I seen him like kind of go, and he's like, okay, it looks like that there was someone over there.
Yep, fair enough in that regard. He did absolutely had eyes all over that. Jade had nowhere to go in that situation, just to try and go for the one-on-one gunfight, and just unfortunately did not have the firepower to cure it that time by. So now Saints up by 2. Just a couple more rounds still here in this half. Lots of firepower on both sides, including the op being played by Blossom, actually, which is a little bit unusual. Normally you would see JRC pick that one up.
Looks like they also are going to
Hunter's Fury going to be coming out here. I believe that one was from Casper. Not going to get anybody, but Blossom is going to take care of Agrin. Nice and quickly. JRC does fall. Lupo with one. Looks for a second. Not going to beat Puffball, however. Puffball still plenty of health on the board as well. That could be the opening they need, as we do see both the other members. That's going to be Jade and Sova on the side of SNHU making a run for this A site, and there's no Saints to be seen. The closest thing is Casper. That is going to be the ulti coming out of Jade, so Saints positions are going to be exposed, which, considering they're down a player, is exactly what they need.
Take flight.
But they also they have the spike down, and Jade kills VCAN.
Does go down. Jade almost dances around, but Casper going to shut that down nice and quick. It's all going to be up to Frenchie to somehow try and kill off enough time. Peeks through the wall, will get taken down, giving Casper his third elimination of the round, and it's going to give St. Clair this the 7th round on the board.
It's the op. I'm telling you, it's the op. Blossom is actually cracked with the op.
Is it making that much of a difference, though? I feel like it just got one in that last round.
But you know, that's the thing, right? That's one more than all the other rounds. Probably. That they have lost. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, usually we see JRC with the op, but now we see Blossom for a change.
Logic bomb, mind blown, absolutely. But no, nonetheless, the fact that they still have the op is still fantastic, of course, as well. Blossom being able to pick that one up, where I think one of the Saints may have picked it up even though it went down. So That's just extra money, extra value, and like I said, every single kill with the op absolutely matters, because that's usually a case where that's a fight that went down that was completely one-sided. You don't trade with an op usually in a one-on-one scenario. So it's going to be a to try and take care of this next one and go into the half up to 8-4. And it's going to be a bloodbath, kind of get things started. We have lots of ults on the side of SNHU that could still be fired off. And Jade is going to start things off the right way with a kill on Tvican.
Different to Spike. Casper gets a kill on Putfall.
Takes him down. Spike has been planted. However, Saints have surrounded it at this point here.
Scanning ahead.
Just a matter of sealing the deal. Everybody on the outside looking in. Fair enough. Blossom with the op shot going to be fantastic. The Hunter's Fury going to take care of Casper, so it takes them off the board at least. But the side of SNHU, they kind of need to get something going here. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit nasty. They just seem to be getting poked out from the end, but at the same time, the Saints are kind of stuck. They have to defuse. They've just been getting toyed with, to be honest. And honestly, beautifully done there from the side of SNHU. For the longest time, they looked like they were the ones that were supposed to be like defending, but the Saints, they were all on top of the spike, but they couldn't do anything with it.
That was amazingly played, especially when you just have an SMG versus assault rifles and ops too.
Absolutely fantastic play there for SNHU to just stall just long enough to the point where they even eliminate everybody as well. So now at the half, 7-5, not too shabby on the side of SNHU in regards to their attacking side, but now with the Saints on attack, how do they fare? Because with the multiple sites here on Haven, like I was saying, or we were talking about a little bit earlier, it does kind of lean itself maybe a little bit more favored towards the attacking side. And with the Saints up right now, I do want to say they're favored to take this one on paper, but we'll have to see what happens here.
Never say on paper ever again.
Rip. And there goes Weekend. Oh god, I've cursed it. As Coffee gonna be taking the first one. Pop ball looking for one. Lupo though. Headshot with the Frenzy gonna take care of that one. And now all evened up.
Looks like that they're also gonna be maybe going A. No, they changed their mind. They said, okay, fine, let's go B. Let's see how our luck takes us.
A little bit of indecisiveness. They're gonna maybe let Lupo just kind of charge on in, just to maybe like show some pressure towards a specific site, and then go somewhere else as they do start putting some of those Astra Stars down towards that C site. They're probably gonna make a they're gonna make a play through the garage all the way right into Jade. Jade is gonna eventually get mowed down, but it is gonna be traded out 1-for-1. Spike has been taken out of the play. That wasn't a plant. That was just knocked down for a second. Lupo trying to plant right here, right now. And a 3v2 scenario, 2v2 scenario. The trade once again is going to be all up to Casper versus 2. Can he get the job done? Not a chance. SNHU going to take care of it, and Coffee absolutely clutching things up. That is an ace there for Coffee.
That was amazingly played by him, which is perfect. He's like, okay, I'm going to pick this guy off. I'm going to wait. I'm going to pick this guy off. All right, this guy's just going to come in and take him off.
Yeah, that's best case scenario, just making that ghost there work for you. Beautifully done there from Coffee. 16 elims currently in game, beautifully done in that regard. Already nearly in position to get the Astral Ball ultimate on top of that as well. Really jump-starting this defense here on the side of SNHU. And yeah, that was rough, because that Saints attack looked actually really, really strong, but the post plants just did not happen, and Coffee just went absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it looks like that they're also going to be going B at this point. Also, the
they rush it.
Oh, they're planning.
Yeah, they just straight up charged it, and yes, they got it. They had to sacrifice JRC to do it, and to be honest, I don't think this is working. Coffee again with the 3K. Pupfall going to get on the board as well, and Frenchie is just going to get the defuse. And to be fair, like, of course, trying to get that win after losing the pistol round is always extremely difficult. But it's weird to see a Saints full send like that. Like, that was just complete all-in towards B.
I already see an op coming out.
Oh my god.
Second round of the second half?
I mean, at least Saints have full firepower to try and answer it. But yeah, no armor on Casper. Not like it matters really with the op, but this could be rough, to say the least, here for the Saints if they're not careful. SNHU went from being behind to just straight up tying this up within like 5 minutes. So
Revealing area.
Momentum in the favor here of SNHU to try and keep this up, defensive side of things. Even though, personally, I feel like these 3 sites would make things a little bit difficult for the defense. If anything, the attacking's just been indecisive. That's been kind of messing them up a little bit.
I mean, they have 3 sites. They're like, okay, which side do we go to? And they don't know.
Yeah, too many choices. Decision fatigue is a thing, of course. Now, all the Saints literally looking like they're ready to dogpile in onto this B site, and then just absolutely change their mind, start setting up some stars, start setting up some smokes, really trying to put themselves into a proper position, but then Pupfall exposes himself on the C site and just absolutely drills Blossom, looking for possibly another one here. Any Saints that try to come through this garage door is just going to get absolutely smoked.
It looks like that. Also, Casper is trying to find where Puffall is. He's trying to get that peak to just get that,
Revealing
1
area.
headshot or 2 headshots with the Phantom.
Found them.
Get the op out of their hands.
With that dart, that very well might be the time to go. He's going to get nasty quick. Puffball going to take care of JRC though. They have the smoke there. Puffball does end up falling here, so Casper with that elimination. But Coffee again finds the elimination there on to Lupo. Vcan finds 1 more. 2 more on the board here for the Saints to try and get this thing planted. They start swinging. Casper with the coverage but gets taken down. It's going to be all up to Vcan. He's like at 1 HP. Jade, the fellow Cypher, taking care of the Cypher. And now SNHU take themselves the lead here in this game and possibly put themselves in a much better position to even take this series. But holy smokes, what a weird game we've been having here. Casper, yep, back on top in regards to eliminations here for the Saints with 21. But then Coffee's already at the 20 kill marker as well for the side of SNHU. And just been such a crazy brawl between these 2 teams. But right now, SNHU, momentum in their favor.
But that they're actually now going, actually just stay on 1 site. They want to rush A. They're like, okay, let's pour a mine into it. Let's still come in.
I mean, I'd rather full commit onto something at the end of the day regardless, instead of everybody be like half-hearted and indecisive. One thing that we're going to be taking a look at though, number 0 there. Upfall on the flank, takes care of Blossom, doesn't even care if he's caught in the Cypher trap. Just going to get that headshot and run away. So the Saints already down a player in this one. Lupo looking for some sheriff shots, not going to quite find it though. Saints eco round is not going to quite pull off any dividends in this time by. Still up to Vcan and Casper. Maybe to try and get 1 pick just to try and at least get rid of some of the economy on the side of SNHU. Maybe try to gimp their spree, so to speak, but it's going to be a tough task.
They're also, Astra's going up C.
Last player
Yeah,
standing.
Casper going to get taken down, so it's going to be all up to Vcan and the 1v5 scenario. Does have a spike in hand and does manage to find 1. So the 1 kill onto Puffball. Fantastic in its own right, and he is going to get a little bit of extra bonus cash here for getting the spike planted. Now, if he can find himself a good position to post plant, like, could very well get the job done, but this is going to be very, very weird. Does find 1 more, but we're going to see the flank. Coffee is going to get the jump on him. Absolutely no chance. You can only do so much. Honestly, Vcan with the 3K is absolutely fantastic, but unfortunately, nothing you can do in that position. Perfect play from SNHU to have that 1 player on the opposite side of the map to complete that flank.
I don't think the Cypher is initiator, is he?
Sentinel, no.
Yeah, and he has been just going into the fights first.
Well, I mean, when you're only 1 alive, I guess you have no choice. But at the same time, though, yeah, usually from what we've been seeing here from the Saints is it's just been Vcan usually picking up the spike and just kind of running it in as soon as everybody else like fires off some smokes or something to clear them in. But yeah, not necessarily playing the laid-back role, just kind of being the designated planter, so to speak, in this situation.
Look at their Jez back on the op.
Yeah, anybody peeks C, well, you're probably toast here. So Blossom's going to have to be a little bit careful down towards that C site while the rest of the Saints are looking B, but they're actually not committing the spike onto anybody for at least a moment. Vcan's going to go back and pick it up nonetheless, but have to see if the 1-3-1 being shown here for the Saints in Valorant matchup. So if they can make something happen, but Trollin French start things off, and sure enough, there's the op. There's Pupfall, taking them down.
With Pupfall going on B, he loses his position on C, but Coffee gets a kill on Blossom.
Yeah, fantastic coverage there from Coffee to kind of pick up that position. Because, yeah, you're completely right. C was left open. But Coffee's like, okay, I'll hold your position. Go do what you need to do. And, yeah, right now, Pupfall has just been a roaming op constantly here. Was at C, B, now all the way to the A site. Which, let's take a look here. It looks like Vcan
30
about to
seconds
make
left.
a move here. Does at least use the smoke to kind of cover his tracks, but this is going to be a tough one. Lupo, though, in a little bit of a baity position, actually using Vcan as bait, and it will work very nicely. Does find a second one. They're really going to try and hold this one. It's going to be tough. The 3-on-2 position. Light one up, gets the dismissal as well. Vcan with the refrag. No, that's going to be the 4K for Lupo. Is he just going to go absolutely nuts here? Now, all of a sudden, Saints are in the dominant position. It's only up to the Astra.
Are they gonna get an ace? Is it gonna happen?
Oh, it's
For the
right
first
there,
time?
but it's all up to Lupo. He's off the bench, but he is absolutely leading the charge. And Vcan going to finish the job nonetheless to finish off that round. And honestly, big props to both those players. I know it's like, oh, give him the ace, give him the ace. No, just secure the round. And honestly, fair enough in that regard. Vcan going to pick up that last one, but still a fantastic display there from Lupo to find that initial 1v2 as well, and gets the Saints from what was looking like a losing position to at least do some major damage to the economy of SNHU. And we take a look at the economy right now. Like, look at Jade, 100. Trolling Frenchie, 250. You can't do anything with this. Anything they buy right now is going to have to last a long run. Otherwise, you're kind of messed up.
They also like wasted a lot of money on the op. Although Casper gets a kill with the Hunter's Fury on Jet. That took me time to say it.
Hey, that's okay. Oh, and there's the ult coming out here from Vcan as well. So they know exactly that everybody is basically just initially we're getting ready to dogpile in on that top side of C, but now since the ult came out, it looks like they're going to decide otherwise. Casper flanking position. Vcan going head to head here with Jade, going to find the victory in that regard. Casper still in a good position. Still going to straight up spray for the smoke, and Lupo as well going to find one. But to be completely honest, though, Trolling Frenchie, who's been on a very defensive game, had himself a little bit of a run there. But Casper going to shut it down, take number 3, and we have ourselves a 9-9 game.
Yeah, when Casper goes on, he never stops. He's like a bull. Like, you're trying to stop him? No, he's just going to run through you.
And then in game 2, he got hit by a tranquilizer dart, apparently, because that just straight up didn't happen. But in this game, this is the Casper we're used to seeing, the double digits already into the 20s. But that being said, of course, Coffee right there with them. So just shot for shot, and it looks like the side of SNHU, even though it's getting a little bit close to like the possible end game, are going to be forced to eco. Just going to be popping some sheriffs and hoping they pop some heads if they're lucky. Blossom moving on forward towards that garage area. Pupfall nearby as well. Lupo, though, going to take care of Coffee, and it looks like this eco round for the side of SNHU. Going to snag one so far. Lupo going to find another. JRC going to clean things up, which means it's all up to Pupfall. Blossom going to take care of him. The eco round relatively successful there for SNHU, as they are able to get the 1 elimination at least. And to be fair, that did put Vcan in a little bit of a rough spot. All these buys are putting him in a not necessarily super comfortable position, as it does look like we are going to have ourselves a timeout coming up in just a moment here. And to be fair, this is a perfect time to do it, considering we're getting right into the hot seat basically here for this one. Saints getting themselves a little bit of momentum, but not too comfortable yet.
We're starting to see a similar thing that happened in the first game, where they also called attack time.
Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't have needed to see attack time coming out from SNHU in game number 2, because the attack timeout would have been everybody puddling in. It's like, okay, what's the game plan? The game plan is we're clobbering them, keep going. But for this one, yeah, like things are getting into the point where it's going to be a little bit stressful, because they have to play obviously like very strong for these next couple rounds. Saints, of course, 3 rounds away from a possible victory, and you cannot let them snowball. And especially in this situation here, you look at the side of SNHU in regards to their money, all of their economy. It is completely neutered at this point. Only Coffee has anything, and the only reason he has something is because he was top fragging and he hasn't bought anything yet. So they have to really think hard about how they want to spend these next couple of rounds. Because if you, again, you take a look at the Saints side of things, they have room for maybe one rough round to be able to rebuy. SNHU does not have that luxury.
You know, that's the thing, right? If they lose this round, they have to save the next round no matter what. They cannot buy.
And that's rough.
They absolutely have to save. Even if they have enough money, they have to save. Because the round after that is going to be the 12th round for SCC if they were to win it.
And then they have to all in on that.
Yeah.
That's a rough spot to be in. So honestly, like this round right here is definitely going to be one of those make or break rounds. And honestly, in that case, they're like fantastic job for SNHU to really slow this down, fire that timeout, and calculate.
I thought that they might be back, but we're not 100% sure yet.
Yeah, we'll see some R's in the chat momentarily there as we get up close and personal with some of our attacking Saints here in their corridors. Hello there, Vcan. But yeah, Saints, they look confident, but they don't look comfortable, to say the least here, looking at some of the player games. Look at Blossom right now is definitely stressing out a little bit. And then, yeah, you're pointing out right here, it is absolutely critical that now they're getting ready to get moving on forward. They committed the op onto Pupfall. We'll probably see him move towards C. Maybe right now he's parked at A site, actually. So I'm probably going to stay there after all. They've got everything all under control in regards to their weapon arsenal, but what do they end up doing in this regard as we take a look at, of course, the nest themselves? Again, like, confident but not comfortable is basically the sense that I get in the room here. They're happy they're in the lead and whatnot, but they know that on a knife's edge, this game can absolutely flip around.
They're on a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
It can go either way. Make sure you don't put your hand in front of it.
Wise words. Wise words. In, of course, unless it's your JRC, it's your Jet or something popping their knives or whatever, popping their ultimates. Which, speaking of ultimates, let's take a look real quick, actually. So JRC, sure enough, does have those knives available. So in a worst-case scenario, if the Saints lose this round, it could very well make up for the lack of economy, or even save a little bit of economy. Like, they don't have to necessarily all in on another buy because they have the knives available. Meanwhile, on the side of SNHU, more ultimates on the board. Agran able to all in there on that Reyna at a moment's notice, and we very well might see the Hunter's Fury come out here from Trolling Frenchie at some point with the next couple of rounds. Hello, Casper. You look very, very fly today, my friend. But just a couple more moments before we get into the action here.
Who's your favorite character?
Viper. Viper is my favorite character. Just love the area denial aspect, and the fact of playing with like damage over time and poisons makes the Warlock main in me very, very happy.
It looks like that they're actually going into the now.
Yeah, here we go.
10-9. Leading.
Yeah, so they definitely took their time in regards to that entire timeout. And Agran, holy crap, extremely quickly taking care of JRC and throwing this into the favor of SNHU right away. But Blossom, no, cross the corridor, going to take care of Pupfall as well. Agran finds one, dismisses away as well, or heals away. So beautifully done in that regard. Lupo's in a bit of an awkward spot, though. Has to deal with the Cypher trap, but as soon as you fire a bullet at it, of course, you're going to be exposed. So thinking twice about the opportunity to go in is really going to wait here, as we do see Casper all the way on C site, which is completely unattended, and they're trying to escort Vcan there at the same time, and then they're going to use Lupo as bait.
A fine death.
That was so close for comfort. That was whoa. I'm scared.
That's definitely a nerve-wracking situation. This is an even fight. Never mind, Agran just going to finish it off. Coffee finds one as well. It's going to be up to Vcan, who's been having a little bit of an on and off performance so far here in this entire series. And he put himself in proper position, but there are so many members of SNHU that he has to deal with. And to be honest, SNHU, fantastic position. Vcan, the smoke is right on point. He can't do anything in the situation. Very, very rough. He's forced to spray and pray. His position is exposed. As soon as his smoke drops, there's nothing that he's going to be able to do. He's trapped. He can't do it. Beautifully done from SNHU.
He was at least able to save the weapon. Now, even for GRC, yeah, they don't have to use his knives yet.
Not yet, yeah.
can just wait for like the next round or the after, or maybe even last round.
It's very, very plausible. 10-10. This game is going the distance. Started at 6 o'clock. We're borderline at 9 right here. Definitely going all the way. Fantastic matchup between these two teams. Definitely not what we were expecting when we saw this matchup on paper earlier this morning. But other than what I'm seeing here is we have Saints on the attack once again. Not quite committing towards the site. The spike is down basically in their spawn for the time being. Lupo, furthest one ahead here. Unfortunately, kind of used his bait in the last one, and unfortunately the play did not work in the favor that they were hoping for. The Casper peeking around, just looking for anything that he can blast through with this machine gun.
That the SNHU are kind of spread out right now. They're just waiting for SEC to make a push, make something, see where they're gonna plan, see where they're gonna push. Just that SNHU has started with it.
Yeah, looks like it was going to be an A push initially, but now just kind of pushing their way over. B site maybe a point of contest here. However, there are plenty of members of SNHU nearby. JRC getting lit up as well as Beacon. 1 for 1 to start things off. How about another? Lupo takes care of a second one. This could be the opportunity to pop off. Does have the ult available if he really wanted to use it as well. So Saints in a decent position in the smoke. They will plant the spike. 3 on 3 now. Puffball finds 2. Eventually gets eliminated though. Lupo looks for number 4, but Jade gonna shut it down. It's all up to Casper to somehow defend this. But to be fair, his post-plant position is actually pretty good.
Gets a kill on Jade. Waits for Reyna to do something. Fake plants?
In theory, Casper should have this. Why do you peek? Why do you peek that? You wait for the sound cue. And unfortunately there, for the Saints, that is an absolute nightmare scenario. Agren, again, coming in clutch here for SNHU. My goodness.
This is what I think that happened. Because usually when you plant or when you defuse, you hold it, right? And then
For at least a second, yeah.
Yeah. So you let go of it. The sound cue still goes on for other players. So that's I think that Casper thought that they were not faking it. They were just holding it to at least get it to mid, and that's why he peeked.
Oh, geez, unlucky there in that regards then, as Saints are now in such a rough position. Granted, they're going to be able to buy at least a couple of assault rifles for themselves, but it could be better to say the least. Ultimates, at least in regards to St. Clair, in their favor. But of course, they're not going to probably pop very many. If anything, we might see Vcan pop his at some point, but
Revealing area.
we'll have to see as it gets this C site. And Vcan, nice little shot through the wall while banging out Crunchy.
Now it's a 5-4. Waiting for Blossom. He does. It's a kill on Jade.
That completely opens up the A site. What initially looked like Blossom was going to be bait ended up being the opening they need towards this A site. All the Saints come running. Vcan has the spike in hand, just trying to get there as fast as he possibly can. Will get there, sure enough. And now it's all of a sudden going to be tables turned. SNHU going to be all up to Puffball and Agra. And granted, the 2 top fraggers on the team, this is actually extremely terrifying still. Do not count these 2 players out, but the 2-on-5 is definitely looking unlikely, to say the least.
Yeah, especially when SEC has 4 ults. I mean, all Cypher needs to do is just put an ult down.
Where's that flash getting, or the blind getting
Last
completely
player
dealt with? The
standing.
1-on-1s going in the favor of St. Clair. Anytime they trade out like this, Puffball exposed, they know where they are. JRC is right there, is going to finish the job. JRC going to tie this one right back up. 11-11 now. And the Saints, they got to be sweating at this point.
Yeah, look at their coach in the background. He's like, yeah, guys,
He's
you guys did a great
stressing
job.
out hard right now. Noah Strider, he's probably bouncing back and forth. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, this is so close. But my goodness, what a series. And this is the eco part where you were talking about. All of a sudden, SNHU, they lose themselves around, and now they have to like either ego or like semi-buy or half-buy kinda with just these shotguns and these sniper rifles. But of course, you're exactly right. The knives are going to be popping out here for Puffball. So sure, it doesn't necessarily have much firepower in regards to weapons, but the knives ultimate will make up for that.
Looks like that Astra thinks that they might be going B. Oh.
And
Astra still holding that?
oh my goodness, the flank watch. coming in clutch here, but unfortunately going to be eventually traded out here. Ogren goes down. Blossom's going to take care of Coffee, so that flanker is gone for the time being. Ball's still there though. Nice shot on the Casper. Refreshes the knives. Fully loaded and ready to go once again. And honestly, the fact that SNHU is keeping this even right now is an absolute testament to their skill here in the series.
Well, it looks like that they also are going to be going A. Cypher also has his camera on, as you can see there.
Yep.
What he does with it.
It does spot it out, so they realize exactly what's going on, exactly where everybody is. In theory, the Cypher could go back and try to find the body of St. Clair to pop the ultimate and just let Puffball pop off, but we'll have to see in just a second. This is going to be the Reyna ult on the side of St. Clair, so Lupo is ready to duel as well. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty quick. Here comes Trollen. Looks for the dart. Going to walk right into Blossom. A good start here for St. Clair. That drop going through from Puffball does not go in their favor. Jade versus the world, not going to happen. St. Clair on match point. They just need one more time, but they are going to have to deal with a full buy of SNHU.
Do they? Yeah, they do.
Just enough. Ready to get something done.
This can either be the win of SCC or the overtime that we've all been looking for. And so far what we have seen is, okay, SCC gets 2 wins, and then SNHU gets 2 wins. And then it just goes back and forth. Maybe we'll see a 38-38.
It's definitely seemed that way. And honestly, in regards to economy with St. Clair right now, they've basically put themselves in the perfect position where even if once the resets happen for overtime, they've had enough economy to get there. And with Puffball going down so early from that Hunter's Fury, that could be curtains. There, see, knives out, ready to go. The Astral Wall coming out here from Blossom as well. They're just trying to go to C. They're just trying to push this quick. They've barely touched this site all series. Let's see if they can finish the job right here, right now.
Looks like that they also cannot go on flank because if Casper is just over there waiting for them. Casper is actually flanking them. He's
oh my goodness.
probably going to go into garage.
He's got a perfect position here. We're going to see the divide coming out here from Astra on the side of SNHU. Open season here for Casper. Good night, SNHU. St. Clair, in such a close series, are going to take this 13-11 fashion and a 2-1 series. But holy smokes, we did not expect this matchup to be as good as it was going into tonight. My gosh.
Hey, we never got a overtime like I expected. I was kind of hoping for one.
Hey,
it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, that's okay. My voice is dead at this point here. So honestly, thank you, Saints, for cleaning the job up right here, right now. But of course, mad props to SNHU. They played fantastic in this series, shot for shot here with the Saints for so long. And my goodness, like it was just like top fraggers versus top fraggers here. Like it's going to be Casper leading the charge here in this third game with 30. Yeah. The bull was rampaging this time, and he absolutely went nuts. Drops a 30. Coffee, though, right there with 25. Lupo right there with 25. And, like, normally Lupo isn't necessarily the starting player on the side of St. Clair, but yet comes on in and just absolutely does a fantastic job in his own regard there. That's twice now that we've seen Lupo on stream and just absolutely, like, do fantastic jobs on this duelist position. And then everybody else on the Saints, of course, doing exactly what they need to do as well. Of course, team sport at the end of the day, we do have, sure, there's going to be players that may hit the top of the kill boards. But at the end of the day, you need people to, like, the flash bang for you forward. You need people to set you up in the first place. Yes, if you can win your one-on-ones, that's an absolute, like, stout job in that regard. But the Saints, just in general, across the board, did exactly what they needed to today.
Look at them up there. They're all happy. They're like, yes.
They look more relieved than anything.
Yeah.
like
we get to go home.
Like, okay, holy crap, what a game. And like, I'm stressing out, and I'm not even like the player in this situation here. Again, reason why I'm just on the commentary desk.